Which, that way?
The other way. That's it. Can you see me?
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome all. We're on our way from the Friends Joseph Motorhome Park today, heading up the rest of the west coast. Emptying the loo is not as bad as it looks. They're all geared up to these motorhome places. You can wash down the toilet cassette. A bit smelly that bit, but it's okay. I'm getting used to it. That's the nasty chores done. We're off today to Hokitika. The sun's come out as predicted. And as we say goodbye to friends, we're on the road again. We'll be taking our time today and stopping off wherever we get the chance. Now I'm thinking to myself, this water sure does look good. No people around? I'm going for it. Refreshing way to start the day. I'll let you enjoy some of the scenery as we make our way to Ross. Bit of a picnic. Well, this is better weather than yesterday. No?
Yeah. It's a wee bit dark up there.
Few clouds, but it's clearing out this way over here.
Yeah.
What is that? She's completely blue. Mary's legs are a bit slow at the moment, but we do what we can do. Anyway, at the jailhouse he decided to lock me up, but there was no way he's going to stop me eating this apple. Not having Amanda with me, I've lost my reader lately, so you have to put up with my reading and history. The Baker College's building was formerly a miners' cottage comprising of 4 downstairs rooms and an attic. The cottage was built in 1885 by Henrietta and Bowser Baker, and housed the Baker family until 1959. Mr. Baker. And here is Philip Ross May, born in 1929, died 1917. So he's a native of Ross, where his father was several times mayor. This nugget was found on Friday, the 10th of September 1909 by John Scott and Arthur Sharp at Jones Creek. It weighed 99 ounces or 3,098 grams. It was the largest ever found in New Zealand. It was called the Honourable Roddy after the current Minister of Mines, Roderick Mackenzie. After changing hands many times, it even being the price in a raffle. The nugget was eventually presented to the King George V on the 22nd of June 1911. One of the old battering rams for the open cast mining as we know it. Yeah, just living in tents out in the bush. Hello, someone's put a tiny home in Ross. Anyway, we're on our way. Lake Mahinapura is a dock camp There's a little sailing club there. A lot of fishing activities. I remember staying here many years ago. It was a lot fuller than it was today. But just another one of those little stop-offs that's always nice to visit. Road to Ross there is at 25k. A bit of a turn off here up to the Hokitika Gorge, where they say it was quite beautiful. Hokitika Gorge. Here's our car park. You are here. We're going to walk along to the viewing platform. And then depending on how Barry goes, we're going to walk around here to the Spring Bridge. Yep, there's a few mozzies here, Bezza. Let's keep going. Here we have the gorge. Barry's going to wait at the lookout, and here's my sacrificial anode for the bozzies. A nice big walkway. Go down the bridge down here. Give Bazza a wave. No hands, I can see Bazza up the top of the hill. There, spot him, both dead still. He's up there in about the middle somewhere, waving his hand. I think I'll hold the wire now. Quite a beautiful gorge. So, yep, the water is a bit dirty and seemingly it's a beautiful blue colour, so we'll have to come back another time. Quite nice of the monument. The sticks with Hokitika sign. Turned out not to be a sea lion, but the roots of an old tree. Chicken pizza?
Yeah.
Sound good? So we parked the Hymer up at the mouth here at Hokitika to have dinner and watch the sun go down. Pizza's worked out great, but the ultimate test, of course, is the Bazza test. And it passed. The next morning we started our day at the usual lazy time of about 10 o'clock in the morning and checked out the old Hokitika Wharf. Not too many boats here now. If we go across the sign over here, we get a better idea of what it used to be like. On the 16th of September 1867, the tide, the weather, the river all combined to make ideal conditions for 41 vessels to berth at Hokitika. The Countess Swanslow, 1886, may be the oldest New Zealand built lifeboat still in existence and working water. Well, we're on the road again.
Yep.
What do you reckon? Westport there, Barry? We popped into Timaru Junction. This is the place where the Speight's coast to coast leaves from. Arrived in Greymouth, popped out to the Grey River mouth where the bar crossing is. The drive from Greymouth up to Westport is some of the best scenic driving you can do. But there was one place we just had to stop. Where are you, Bazza?
My house. My house.
Your house? Changed it into Bazza Town.
Yeah.
I reckon. Well, we're at Punakaiki. We're walking in to see...
The bugger's making me walk.
Yeah, I am. No, we're walking in to see...
My blowhole.
We're walking in to see...
The blowhole.
The blowhole. And the Pancake Rocks.
See the dirty mark on the rock?
No blowhole with water today because it wasn't high tide. So this is Constant Bay, Port of Charlestown. And what they used to do was bring the ships in here to deliver supplies. It was a very difficult process because of the very narrow entranceway. All didn't end well. I love this one here. Constant Bay was not only about shipping, bathing was most popular in a nearby secluded cove within the second bay to the north of Constant Bay, become locally known as the Ladies' Bay for women only. The final leg of the journey today up to Westport, where we're staying for the night. Just pulling out of the Westport into the MCA motorhome park. There's really nothing here but gravel area, all you need for the night to stay. There he's got the gate. We're off for a coffee. Having a morning coffee before heading up to the historic Dunedin mine on the main street of Westport. We have 8 kilometres of twisty hill in front of us until we reach the top of the Dunedin incline. At the top there was 4 or 5 parks for overnight camping. The Dunedin incline was opened in 1879 at the height of 518 metres to the valley below, where the coal was taken by train to Westport and put on boats. This is the top of the incline as it is now. There is the brake house for controlling the cable, but above is the surface rope road where the coal tubs used to be taken from the Banbury mine to where it was crushed and later sent down the incline to the trains waiting below. Coal tubs had to be clipped onto the rope by a group of youngsters called clippers. And they say this fireplace was used to warm their hands during the winter. At its peak, they had more than 1,500 people working in the Dunedin area with amazing buildings. Dunedin School, 1883 to 1941. Most of these houses don't remain due to dilapidation or just being burned down. And there's the overhead coal coming after once they finished running it by the rope.
54 to 68.
It was replaced later on with the modern alternative until 58, is it? 68.
Went from 54 to 68.
Yeah.
Which is about when they closed it down, I think.
Dunedin School, there it is there. Standard government issue school.
What we got there.
What goes up must come down. I'm going to go down and investigate the bottom of the Dunedin incline. Found a little one-way road down here that I hadn't ever investigated. So we're now at the bottom of the incline, and this crane thingy bob here used to take the buckets of coal off and pop them on the carriages where they were trained out. So the Dunedin Hill Looking the other way is up through there. Here's the inside.
I'll leave you with a few shots of the train taking the coal out to Westport, being loaded onto the boats at the Westport Wharf. Now we're continuing inland to Murchison through the Buller Gorge. Quite a cutting here to get the road through the gorge. Here we are, arrived Murchison for the night.
Just coming over the hill, coming down into Wakefield, and then on to Nelson. In our case, we're just going as far as Richmond.
Take the turn off at Richmond to Motueka, and along the road a few K to Mapua.
And he knows how to make my burger as well.
He does know how to make your burger, Barry. Time to do the laundry. Here's Barry. Laundry time.
Visited the Mapua Maritime Museum.
Around the entrance of the Grey River. This is the Buller Westport bar. It's floating upside down by Farewell Spit. There's another one, entrance to the Grey River and Greymouth.
That night we stayed at McKee Reserve, just along the road from Mapua. A chance to catch up with friends, but also a chance to jump in and have a swim at one of my favourite swimming spots. The water's definitely warming up at the top of the south.
That's just magic. We're at Best Island. And when the wind comes in, they're sailing on the wee pond there. Had a bit of company last night with the campers that stayed here. This is the Barry's IOM yacht, radio control yacht, and mine's down on the ground there. We've got a quite a nice wee pontoon here. It makes me rather jealous to launch the boats off. This whole wee lake's been given to them to use from the council. And down here they've got the inflatable just to rescue the boats that go astray. And the tent, which is always good for a weather guarantee, isn't it?
You know who's
You all set up, Barry?
Yep, I hope so. We'll find out when we get out there.
It's all measured?
Yep, all measured. Too heavy. About 8 grams.
8 grams over.
Yeah.
They're going to be over 4 kg.
Yep.
For long, the fleets were getting sorted out on the board. There's 2 fleets of 10 boats, and the first day everybody raced against everybody else by swapping people between the fleets. The second day they took the best 10, put them in the gold fleet and the others in the silver fleet.
15 seconds.
This is the second day's gold fleet racing start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Racing's taken pretty seriously. They're ranked in the yacht in New Zealand for this class of yacht, and the top 3 get to go overseas and compete internationally. Yachts are worth between sort of $2,000 and $5,000. My one's worth less than 1,000, so no first places for me. But anyway, that's racing for the weekend at Best Island.
We're on the road to Dunedin. I've just been to the Wakefield bakery and I've got this custard square, but I guarantee it's not too big to fit in my mouth. But that tastes like Bazza.
Oh yeah. I'm in
Now
heaven.
we're going to just enjoy it. They also make coffees there. Just called into the Maruia Falls. The river's in flood, so I'm thinking it'll be good today. And I'll be right. Here we go. Welcome to Hymer Springs. A freebie park beside the stream. And the trees actually is quite beautiful here. Good spot.
Oh, we go for a swim.
Go for a swim. There's not enough water in there, Bazza. Oh, there might be over there. Okay, we're off.
No, I don't think I'll bother. I'll get washed downstream.
Before we head south, I have a family visit.
My sister Carol and my brother-in-law John, who have come to check out the camper. And we're all sitting around here, we're thinking about going and having a coffee, aren't we, baby?
Yeah. We're going to
Take a bit of a cruise at the moment up the main street, but we've got to be on the road. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, so that's pretty good going. Out of bed at 9, have breakfast in the camper 10, put up my sister 11, have a coffee 12, and then we'll probably, I don't know how far we'll drive, but we need to do four or so hours on the road. Not a bad sized blueberry muffin, and this is cut in half. How's the date's gone?
get off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the swimming, the trekking, the cream buns, custard squares all coming to an end as we head back to Dunedin with our final stop at Timaru.
Okay, here we are at the Timaru racecourse for the night.
It is time to get going on the road. So we're heading down to Timaru for what will be our last coffee.
They're setting up the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, no, too.
Look at that, see? And Timaru.
There's one thing better than travelling alone, and that's travelling with a friend. I know it hasn't been Amanda this time, but it's been great to show Barry the West Coast and a lot of places he has never been to before. I asked Barry, what was your favourite place? He replied with, everything. It's all just so new to me. I just loved it.